Welcome back to the vlog in a very sunny North Wales. So I'm just outside, I can't even see you. Hang on, where are we? Right, I'm just outside Glenelg Festiniog and got myself a lovely lamb wrist pie from a pie shop there. And I've come because the amazing Thomas Griffin of Thomas Griffin Photography, I'll put his Insta and Vero here, has kindly suggested and guided me here with some instructions to this little section of waterfalls in a gorge. So there should be about 3 or 4. There's a little one there, and then I think there's 3 main falls that go down here. So I'm going to get my wellies on, get my gear, and I'll head down to the first one and I'll get you on when I've got a composition. Really like this. So haven't got a clue. Tom has took many pictures from here, so if you look on his Instagram that I put on at the beginning, you'll see a lot of his images from here. I've not memorized his shots or where he took them from, so I'm just doing this. Whenever I see a nice shot, I'm just going to take it. So yeah, so I have made an error. I've got the 16-35 on, and what I'm going to have to do is I've got the 50mm with me, which gives me a better reach into the falls, but I've left the filter ring at home, so I can't use it basically, so because I want to put a bit of polarization on it. So it's dark enough in the gorge that I don't need filters, I just need the polarizer, and I haven't got the element for that, so I'm having to use the 16-35, and it's just probably 10-15mm short of being a really nice composition. So I'm taking it at 35mm, and what I'll do is I'll crop in Photoshop, and that'll just enlarge the picture anyway. It's sharp anyway, I've checked the sharpness and it's pin sharp, so I'm happy with the sharpness of it. I'll just crop it in and we'll end up with a shot like this. So I've just climbed down a little bit of a janky slope there. I hope you can hear me over the sound of this waterfall, so I am shouting a little bit, I'm sorry. But check this out. So I've got this composed. Tom would probably shout at me for climbing down here. But it wouldn't be a car photo vlog without me risking my life. So I've climbed down. I've just perched just on the edge of this tree on the tripods, gingerly on the edge. So I've pointed at the main falls, and that's the composition we're looking at. So I've got the little falls in the top right, and then the falls sweep through the frame down to the bottom left, and we've got a nice little plunge pool, and it's got a bit of a swirl going on here, and I'm capturing that in the image by using about a 1/6 of a second and a second 1.3 seconds as well on around f8, and that's giving me I've just got a polarizer on again, and that's giving me a little bit of swirl at the bottom as well. We're at the same falls that I climbed down to, but we're on like I think Tom said it's like a Victorian viewing point. Basically just a bit of rock, but it is a really I wrote this shot off when I saw it online, but when I'm here, that's the view you get. So I've got it composed like that. I've got it composed kind of like that, and then I am at the moment bringing in those mossy boulders in the foreground and leading us right up into the shot, so you can see on the screen there. I'm still at about 1/16 of a second. The leaves are all falling off the trees, amazing. I'm at 1/16. I'm on f8, and I've still just got the polarizer on because it's well, it's overcast in the gorge because there's that many trees. It's overcast, so the sky's nice and blue. You can see the sky nice and blue there, but the gorge is still really overcast, so I can play around with up to 3 seconds exposure without using any filters, just the polarizer. So I'll put all 3 images that I've taken from this spot on, and then we'll work our way down to the end and see what else there is down that section. I do want to get low into the water if I can, so I'm hoping as the falls die off a little bit, I'll be able to get into the water and maybe use the 80-200 to zoom upstream. So. Right, so as you can see from this view, these are the lower section of the falls. Now, they are hidden, the upper sections of the falls, which are here. There are some there, but they're obscured by the rocks. So, what I'm thinking of doing, which is probably going to be a stupid idea, there's a very slippery section there, just on the edge. Now that'll give me the height to see the falls and the upper falls. But, a big but, it's at the expense of my photography gear, so I don't know. The other thing I've thought to jump from here through the water onto this little island and maybe shoot it at a different angle. I don't know. I have been walking around this section as well, which is very picturesque, I must say. Water's beautiful, lovely stones in the water. I'm not sure about that. It's just a little overflow from a stream. I'm not massively impressed with that. It's too white and marshmallowy blobby for me. So, but if you just take yourself round to the left, and you've got this beautiful aqueduct, and the sun's hitting all the foliage, lighting it all up, looks gorgeous. And then you've got this little intersection. So I have composed basically that type of thing. I've been playing with those compositions. So I'll play around, I'll probably get wet, and I'll put a little reel on for you. Throughout this whole session I've only been using the 16-35 and the polarizer. I'm just using the f-stop to control the exposures really. So yeah, I may stick on the 80-200 from a higher position if I can get up high and shoot it in a portrait and try and get the upper falls and the canyon gorge, and then this little lower section. Or I might cut out this lower section altogether, because I'm not really a massive fan of a little spout of water, and just concentrate on the gorge falls. That'll make a nice picture. I just want to say a massive thanks again to everyone that's watched this week. Please throw a little thumb up again. Subscribe if you haven't already, because there's plenty more. I basically post every Sunday, so one a week. Massive appreciation to all, and I'll see you next week.